And thank you so much for agreeing to this interview.
Absolutely.
Share with us what your story is. Why are you a part of the MBE program?
Well, for us, it's most of our business has actually been sort of outside of the MBE arena.
Okay.
Even though we are a minority owned firm, and so we wanted to look at the landscape and see if we could business development opportunities, and of course you start understanding that the landscape is different.
Okay.
Especially within the government space, and learning how to navigate that space. So it's really to develop business because we operate in the government, in the other government. We started operating in the government vertical as well as healthcare and the energy sector as well. So it's really just sort of started up as developing new business. Of course, you then begin to understand all the administrative piece, and understanding the nuances of government then becomes state government becomes actually an exercise in and of itself.
Okay. So what's the name of your business, and what do you do?
Visibility marketing, and visibility marketing is a full services marketing and public relations firm, communication planning firm. However, we focus in the stakeholder engagement space and the public outreach space within energy, water, intelligent transportation initiatives as well, and often as you see those actually aligned with government as well as socially conscious initiatives.
Okay. What led you to that field? What led you to be a part of that business segment?
Well, one of the things that I saw, I actually am by training, I'm an IT guy.
Oh, okay.
And so coming from, when I began to look at large-scale technological deployments and initiatives, we began to see that one of the things that's missing oftentimes is stakeholder engagement and outreach. So as an example, working on large-scale smart metering initiatives for public utilities, which are nothing but wide area wireless networks.
Okay.
What's missing is, what does that mean to the average person? Education, awareness, adoption. Usually there's a significant amount of change within an organization, like a government or a public utility. So you have various stakeholder groups within, that you need to communicate to.
Right.
There's union personnel, there's senior management, there are legal implications. And all of this requires a lot of change within an organization. And when you have significant organizational change, you need to change the way you communicate. Your communication plan needs to be targeted, customized, reprioritized around that. And so what we do is sort of serve as a translator between typically technology and engineering firms and our clients, as well as do the public outreach associated with it.
Okay, amazing. Because one of the things that I've learned over the years is that you need that bridge, because sometimes IT folks speak this high and mighty language of bandwidth and gigabytes and so on and so forth, whereas for the average consumer, all they care about is, how does my bill look?
And that's an excellent point. And people care about what they care about. And within a consumer base, you actually have a lot of customer segmentation within a consumer base. The way I communicate to your grandmother, who may not be on the internet, is one way. Is a person a green adopter?
Right.
Are they socially conscious? Are they a millennial? Are they a baby boomer? Because their values are different. So you have to create a value proposition to get people to adopt and to become educated about something. That matters to the client, because if the client spends literally hundreds of millions of dollars on something, and people are not optimally using it, then they cannot begin to obtain their ROI. So we align all of our work with performance. So everything that we do in terms of communication directly links to how is this going to ultimately lead to benefits realization for the clients that's measurable and metrics driven.
Amazing, because everything you're describing to me really sounds like something that a consumer should be keenly aware of, as well as take advantage of. So for my audience, those sitting out there that have an idea about starting a business, have an idea about going into business with the state, what would you tell them?
I would say, the first thing that that's the first thing. So that's the internal motivation. I realized my journey that by heart, by my nature, I'm entrepreneurial.
Okay.
Even though I've worked, had employers in the past. even when working for employers, I was an entrepreneur. And I began to realize that when I look at values, that I personally embrace, and you begin to look at your life goals, and then all the things that you want to accomplish, entrepreneurship really was the best facilitator for that. And that's really so it's about personal values, also aligning with creating values for your client, and you kind of say, we can do that, and then the relationships just having built. And then that you become affirmed by that.
Right.
When you are working in a space, and literally this happens, and you go into business, and someone says that you used to work for or work with says, how about partnering with us on this?
Okay.
So leveraging those relationships. So even if you're working for someone, understanding that could be your next business partner, because that person might literally move to another organization, which happened to us, and brought us in. So someone that we competed against actually when I was working for someone, became a partner.
Okay.
And became a client on a large 3-year project.
Amazing. So pay attention to your environment, pay attention to the people you work with.
Absolutely.
Because you never know. That person walking through the door might end up being your customer as you start a new business.
So literally your work ethic, your integrity, are worth everything, even when you work somewhere. And so literally it paid dividends as an entrepreneur.
Amazing. Well, Mr. Adams, thank you so much. I think your story, again, is absolutely unique. What you do is unique, and my audience appreciate hearing this directly from you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you once again.
Absolutely.
And, hope to see you another time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome.